Argentinian golf star Vicente once won a championship. After receiving his prize check, he walked to the parking lot to drive back to the club. A young woman approached him and said that her poor child was gravely ill, almost on the brink of death, and that she couldn't afford the expensive medical and hospital bills. Moved by her story, Vicente didn't hesitate. He took out a pen, signed the prize check he had just won, handed it to the woman, and said, "This is my prize money from the competition. I hope it brings good luck to your poor child." A week later, while having lunch at a club, a staff member from the golf association who knew him came over and said, "I heard from a young man in the parking lot that you gave your prize check to a woman who claimed her child was seriously ill. Is that true?" Vicente nodded. The staff member said, "I have bad news for you. That woman was a fraud. She doesn't have a gravely ill child. In fact, she's not even married." Vicente asked, "Are you saying there isn't a gravely ill child at all?" "Yes, that's correct," the staff member replied. Vicente smiled and said, "That's wonderful. This is the best news I've heard all week. Money is important to everyone, but it cannot always solve fundamental problems like saving lives or alleviating suffering." Vicente, a kind and noble athlete, wasn't angry about losing the money, but was relieved to know there wasn't a sick child suffering. When someone finds out they've been deceived, how do they feel? Most people would be angry. However, life has another perspective. Why did the young woman lie to him? How heartbreaking would it be if her story of a sick child were true? If we know the suffering she described doesn't exist, shouldn't we be glad? In such a case, the loss of money seems insignificant. While everyone cares about money, there are times when it cannot solve deep-seated issues. Kind-hearted people don't get angry about financial losses. Instead, they find comfort in knowing that no misfortune has occurred.